Hey, I'm Josh Stern. I'm here with my business partner and friend Boyd Brown. Today, we are going to answer the question, what are the 4 models to grow a real estate business? So I'm Josh Stern with Keller Williams. I've built 2 top selling teams in Utah, and now I'm a coach and advisor to my peers who are looking to grow their income. And these books behind me are the proven models and systems that we use at Keller Williams to do it. Today, Boyd joins me. He's the operating principal of Keller Williams Market Centers here in Salt Lake County. He's also built a phenomenal real estate empire around these 4 key models to successfully build your real estate business and your real estate career. And they're found right there in the MREA book. So, Boyd, what is the first model that we talk about in the MREA book?
Josh, the head coach, so glad to be with you. And we've been working on these models and systems for a long time. So the first one is the economic model. And Josh, it's a formula that helps agents determine the amount of activities that they have to do on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis to achieve their goals. It emphasizes the importance of actually doing the activities, setting appointments where you're face to face with somebody so you can close for either asking for a buyer contract or a seller contract. And then, of course, your conversion rate, converting that into appointments. The best thing about the economic model is it just breaks it down to make it really simple for agents to know exactly how many activities, how many appointments, and how many signed contracts they need to make every single week in order to achieve their goals. And when you break it down that small, it just becomes very simple to follow.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about that here in the market centers as well. I know we've done a lot of one-to-ones with our agents to help them with their income goals, breaking it down to the ridiculous. Sometimes just 5 contacts a day is all you need to be able to hit a real estate goal. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's amazing what a difference it is when someone just has a plan that we can help coach them up to and have them execute it. It makes all the difference.
Yeah, I totally agree and appreciate it. The second model is obviously something that I'm passionate about, and that's the lead generation model. It focuses primarily on prospecting and marketing, and here at Keller Williams, really working your database to keep that business growing. It's outlined in the MREA book behind me. It's one of the 3 L's of successful real estate business, which is leads, listings, and leverage. So first, we're just creating a prospecting-based, marketing-enhanced stay in touch system or a lead generation system. That model's not just predictable, but it's also profitable. A lot of folks we've seen go into a lead receiving model over the last 5 to 7 years. That passive source of lead generation can be both costly and also unpredictable. Here at Keller Williams, focusing on that database side of it, we've also heard this notion, your business is your database, right? So that's the lead generation model. Boyd, can you bring us into that third model a little bit?
Yeah, Coach. The next one, number 3, is the budget model. And unfortunately, this is one that so many agents really don't like to have the discussion on. And it just makes such a difference. I had a mentor years ago tell me I really have to learn to treat my business like a business and not just be an independent contractor and agent. And the budget model puts some structure around what that really means to treat it like a business. So the keys to the budget success is if you take the MREA, there's expenses outlined within this, and you really have to stick to that according to your model. So you want to follow the sample profit and loss that's in the MREA that we coach to, and every expense must fall into a category. So you either have a cost of sale or an operating expense, and that's modeled around the size of the business you have. The great concept in this book is that you lead with revenue, and you also have discipline on a budget. The thing I've loved about this, Josh, when I first started working having a budget model, is it allowed me to say no to all the distractions, the great offers, just one more thing or gizmo that I need to add to the business, one more marketing thing. And if you have a budget and follow the model, it's real easy to say, hey, sorry, Josh, that's not in my budget for this year. I'm on track to close 25 transactions, whatever the transactions is, and next year I'm going to build a budget that might be more robust and allow for that expense. But for right now, I don't have it in my budget. So critical for our agents.
I love it, man. It reminds me of that red light, green light. When you're making money, put that money to work to get an ROI, And when you're not making money, stop spending it, right?
Yeah, it's just so painful to see how often real estate agents we outspend our production. I mean, we're just on we're spending as if our production is already there, and it really does put people in some challenging positions.
All right. Well, the final model that the book talks about behind me, the MREA book, is the organizational model, and something that you and I both become intimately familiar with, and we've both tried to do it all of the wrong ways before we got it right. The book always had it right, by the way. We just tried to cheat the system, and it's the organizational model really just shows you the types of staffing positions that you're going to need. It's going to show you who to hire, when to hire, and it even gives you page 197 and through 200 in the MREA, even gives you some job descriptions that are outlined. Essentially what happens is with the organizational model, when your focus is on leads and then seller listings and you end up creating more business than you can handle on your own, it's time to hire talent. Oftentimes, Boyd, we see people hiring the wrong position first, going outside of the organizational model. Quite often I see a successful agent bring in a buyer's agent to start. And while a buyer's agent is inexpensive in terms of fixed costs, a lot of times they add chaos and they don't really bring service and symmetry and systems into your business, right? So we're focused on hiring primarily right out of the gate that administrative talent, okay? And there are two types of talent. Cul-de-sac talent, which they're going to do their job really well. You can totally count on them to do what you tell them to do. But Boyd, we're looking for capacity talent, right? They're the folks that are going to do the current task and the functions very well. Plus, they have the desire, the ability, and the intelligence to take on more. I think of these people like empire builders. And honestly, they're the most important first hires that we can make. And then, Boyd, once you hire these folks, you also have to do some training and consulting, because a lot of times we see these mega agents hire somebody and they're like, all right, go watch a bunch of videos. Let me know if you need anything. And honestly, that doesn't do the trick, right? So those are really the four things that we learn here through the MREA system. We teach those in our market center, right? Those are our platforms.
Yeah, and in the MREA book, this gives you the how-to. It steps you through all four of these models and really meets you right where you are. We'd like to coach you through that. And again, this isn't new. This isn't the trendy thing. This is just back to the basics, how you run a business, and we are committed, myself and you, Josh, the head coach, in really helping agents make more money this year, going back to these models and teaching and coaching, and really hoping that most success for all of our agents this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, appreciate you taking a little time. If you like what you've been listening to here, if you think that this is the thing that's going to actually bring you back to certainty in your business, the next step really is to come into one of our in-person training events. You can see the link on the page for that. We discuss implementing and the specifics of these MREA models. Or you can also book a one-to-one call with me to personalize the models with daily action steps for what it is that you want and what it is that you need. If you've got a question that you'd like me to answer, just email me, headcoach@kwutahcoach.com, or feel free to give me a ring, 801-252-5226, and I'll make it the next topic for our video, Boyd. Thanks so much for watching.